Hi there, guys. Welcome to our first Enchanting Heart Q&A. My name's Craig. This is Peter.
Hello.
And yeah, we thought we would do like a little bit of a sort of a video podcast type of thing because we get like a lot of questions about the business, about what we offer, and so forth. So we thought we'll, compile them. And we've had a couple of questions from people on Facebook, which we are going to be answering. But before we jump into that, Peter, did you want to explain what is Enchanting Heart?
So Enchanting Heart was created from basically our experience of when we got married. We found a few companies being a bit, is prejudiced the right word?
Yes, that's the right word, I would say.
Because we're like a same-sex couple, but we didn't want a traditional wedding because we're not a traditional couple. We wanted a bit of a alternate, diverse sort of feel to it. And we had a few issues trying to find what we wanted. So we created Enchanting Heart as it is now to offer the alternate items with a budget price tag. Because weddings are expensive, not everyone can afford it, and we feel that is not right. Like, everyone should be able to have the big day that they've always dreamed of without the big price tag to go with it.
Yeah, and jumping on the back of that, I agree. People will like cut things out of their big day when realistically they want that in their big day. Like, yes, they should have the photo booth, they should have the sweet cart, they do want the love lights. Nobody should be cutting corners for their the biggest day of their lives.
Yeah.
So that is what we offer, and obviously, we've got this nice shop here in Blaenavon in South Wales in the old post office.
Yes.
That this used to be. Yeah. Interesting. I'd love to see some photos of the, previous post office. But, and I'm loving these new hoodies as well that we've got, Enchanting Heart.
And my top.
And your t-shirts, beautiful. Okay, cool. Well, so you've picked out 2 questions, and I've picked out 2 questions, and I think we should start with that before we go on to the Facebook questions to answer. So I'll start with your first one then, Pete. Okay, so the question is, how do you approach helping couples make their vision a reality?
So I deal with majority of the speaking to customers, finding out what they're looking for. But I literally just ask if they're looking at, say, like our baby breath wall, I go, right, what colours are your theme, what style, what are you having? Because then if we've got something that sits more with their style, which they don't know we potentially do, I would then speak to them and go, right, we've got this set, this beautiful white and stuff, but we've also got this other set which can then tie in with your theme a lot nicer and a lot fluid. More fluid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I always make sure that I understand fully what the client, the bride, the groom is looking for, and then work with them, not trying to upsell, push sell, or hard sell. It's, if you like the item, fantastic. Like, if we're free, we're more than happy. If there's something that you like but you want some extra bits, we'll always try and accommodate as much as we can.
And I think the key point in that you were just talking about is working with the couple, the bride and groom, or the groom and groom, or bride and bride, is working with them. And, like, for example, we've got the white and green pillars, which were our first pillars. But we can customize, if you want us to put a colour in, we can put a colour in. If you want us to take a colour out, we can do that as well. There's no question and no sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? If somebody wants a request, that's the word. If somebody wants to request something, we will go above and beyond to try and fulfill that request. So Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to add on that point?
No, I've completely forgotten what I've just said.
Cool. You can ask my first question that I picked.
Okay, so your question was, what's the most rewarding part of running a wedding hire business?
Oh, interesting. I think there's many things, many things, but I think you're a part of someone's special day. You're helping them to bring that magic to life. And, I've said to you before, Pete, whenever we go to a wedding venue to set up and decorate the venue, it's just like, wow. And it's so lovely to see different venues that you wouldn't normally get to see, And it's just, yeah, like, because we got married in 2023, we know how important that big day is going to be. You're going to remember it forever. It was the happiest day of our lives, and it's going to be the happiest day of all of our clients' lives. So I think just doing that, and also trying to keep costs down, maybe even sometimes do a bespoke package for our customers. Sorry, did you want to add something?
I was going to say, on the back of that, it's from my side of it as well, is like, because I'm speaking to them and like I'm then relaying it to you, you've got your vision in your head, but then seeing what their vision is with our twist on it to like try and improve their vision, and then seeing it when we get to the venue and then when it's up. I think the whole way through for me is the best bit, the start to the end. And then like speaking to the bride or groom, like we try and touch base like a couple of days a week after, just to make sure everything went fine and and just hearing back from them that how lovely it was, how stress-free it was. They didn't have to worry about anything, and they managed to get the extra bits in. Like for me personally, like seeing that all come together is just amazing. Yeah,
it really, really is. Cool. I don't think I want to add anything more to that. I think that was perfect. Let me read out your next question, PD. Interesting question you picked. What's your advice for couples who want a stunning wedding on a budget?
Come to us.
Yeah, definitely.
No, so basically, I chose this question because everyone always thinks a budget wedding looks budget or doesn't have everything that you want. We have created this company for the reason of being a budget supplier, but with quality products. I come from an insurance background. I know like everything is so expensive on that part. But then even on that side of things, it's a budget policy is seen as a budget policy. There is things that aren't included, aren't done. Majority of our pricing, we say, if you're in a certain distance from us, the price we quote is the price including delivery, setup, collection, all the time talking to you. If you need to ask us any questions, if you've got any concerns, anything at all, that's all included. We don't have any hidden charges, fees.
That's exactly what I was about to say. There is no hidden charges at all.
Because we do all-day highs as well. So, for instance, if you wanted to have the floral pillars at your ceremony, fantastic. If you wanted them to be moved, we're not going to charge you to move them. We do it all day, so you have them all day to use as you want.
They're yours. They're yours for the whole day, or the whole night, the whole shabam.
Same as the we call them centerpieces because that's what most people use them for. But we always say to brides or grooms or everyone to use them down the aisles. Use them so you're not having to buy extras or think, actually I need to decorate this, but I can't stretch that far. Reuse them. Move them around.
And what you'll find as well is like, I know every wedding venue is different. But they've all got that wedding coordinator. They've all got the wedding team in the venue, and I think 9 times out of 10 they will move the things around ready. They've got a team. I think it's very rare. I think there's only like maybe 1 or 2 venues that we've come across where they won't touch anything, not even like a very lightweight.
But then what we've said is your ceremony is 40 minutes, 50 minutes. We're more than happy to sit in the van,
have a cup of coffee,
And then when you have your photos taken and your guests are mingling and doing whatever activities you've got there,
We sneak in.
move it all around. You're not having to be charged. Like, we've got a couple of those which we're more than happy to do. As I said, we do all day hire. This is what we are passionate about, and we want you to have your special day in your way.
Like, there will always be a backup. So if the wedding team at your venue won't move anything, if you haven't got anyone suitable, like groomsmen or, what were we at my sister's weddings? We
Ushers.
were ushers. If you've got any ushers that are willing to do it, as I said, we are always there as the backup. Anything else you wanted to add on that one?
No, that's it, I think.
Yep, fabulous. You can ask my second question.
So, can you describe a day in the life of running your business during the peak wedding season?
Okay, so even though we are relatively new, as in the shop has been only like open and trading and showcasing, how many months? About 9 months?
9 months now, yeah.
About 9 months. I feel we've still got a lot to see, but we've also been through a lot as well. There's been a lot of times where we've had busy periods, or there's been those moments where the bride and groom are let down by somebody, maybe flowers, or maybe there might be some love lights or something. Somebody is unable because people get ill, people get sick, and unfortunately companies do go bust. So we've had a few of those last minute bookings where we've had to right, all systems go. We've had two in straight after each other where we've had to go to one venue, pick it up, take it to another venue in a very, very tight allocated time. Oh my word, we were pulling our hair out, but we did it. One of my favorite sayings is, we will always make it work no matter what. And sometimes we have dived into our own pocket to help out brides and grooms
100%.
when it's needed, because you can't ruin somebody's day at all in any shape or form. You have to go above and beyond. This is the wedding business. I know business is important in all aspects, in life, but I just feel with a wedding business,
the investments that you put into your weddings and your events and your thing, that not just financial investments, is emotional investment. It's, and again, not just from yourself, from your friends, your family, but it's the time you commit to it all, planning, setting up, doing everything for this. We will always, if we're available and we have the item available, we'll always try and help as much as we can. And obviously as cheap as we can.
Shouldn't really say this, but we've actually cancelled family events to do somebody's booking. Sorry, family. But
sorry.
Yeah, no, so it's sort of like a day in the life then. So what we would do is we would get to the shop super, super early, and we would pack up the van. We'd get to the venue, usually very early in the morning. Sometimes we can drop off the night before, which comes in handy, and we will set everything up, and then that's it then. You've seen us. If you don't need us for the rest of the day, you guys enjoy your day, you enjoy your night, you make some of the best memories ever. Following day then, we will come back early in the morning and collect everything, while everybody else is usually hungover then, the guests, and they're having breakfast.
So, on the back of that, what we say is we'll go up the day before or the day of, venue dependent. Set it all up, send you photos so you know if it's in the right place. We'll speak to obviously your wedding coordinator or your venue just to make sure we are in the right situation, design, and
sometimes you've got the bridesmaid or the mother of the bride.
Yeah, so we always want to make sure you're happy before we leave. Because there's nothing worse in my eyes of us leaving and then you're going, I don't want it there. It's not what I wanted. So we always make sure that side is fine.
And things like, like this flower wall, it's not very easy to move. The flower pillars, we've got certain things that are easy to move and other things that we wouldn't really let anybody else
But we
move.
let everyone know way in advance of what is, what isn't.
Yeah. And that's where we come in, because if they do want this moved, for example, we can come and we can move that for you.
Yeah. Because we wouldn't want it to fall on you. That kind of, it's like picking up and hurting yourself or falling falling or anything. Like, we'd rather us do that than you. So
Yeah, it's a wedding. You guests don't want to be working during a wedding, do they? But no, I think that is pretty much, unless you've got anything to add on that one.
no, so yeah, we go up like the day before, morning of, day before, sometimes even like 12 o'clock the day before, midday. If that's when the venue says you're allowed to do it, we'll try and accommodate where we can. We've even been and collected them at like 6 o'clock in the morning. That was a long day, that one.
It can be quite long days, the way it's not.
That we accommodate and help as where we can, because if the venue needs out by a certain time, we'll make sure we're there. We've cleaned up what we need up. If there's any like loose flowers or anything, we'll make sure all that's gone as well. So there's not extra work that they need to do in place.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, then. So I'm going to move on to the Facebook questions now. Okay. So this one is from Zoe Macmillan. What's been your strangest or / most unique request? Anything pop in your head, PT?
Yes,
okay.
100%.
Go for it.
And it's not you, Zoe. So the strangest request I've had is a floral penis.
Oh. Dear me.
Which I did politely decline because that's not something we have. And it's not something
we'd keep afterwards.
I wanted to make because it's a very bizarre, unique item. It was for a gender reveal, which was a boy. So they wanted like something where they could drop the curtain and there's just this
oh my God.
floral arrangement.
Each to their own.
Yeah, so I did politely decline that one.
Oh my word.
But no, it's nice to have the weird and the unusual. It's because everyone's different. Everyone's got a different style. Like with Zoe herself, with her style of wedding, she sent me a message yesterday, actually, of, can you do this? And I'm like, I've never seen this before. I absolutely love the idea. We will try our hardest.
We embrace it. We embrace
because
challenges.
We don't just do this. We do a few other bits as well, like your personalisation bit. So it fell more into that side, which we don't promote as much at the minute, because we're building the space to do it more and advertise it more.
It's still there.
But it's something I've never seen, I've never heard of, and I absolutely love the idea. So any idea is not weird in a sense for us, unless there's that
penis. I'll let you pick a Facebook question now, PT.
Okay, so we'll do Louise's. Lovely Louise. What areas do you cover?
Oh, interesting. So, well,
I'll let you try and answer this one.
Okay, well, we cover all of South Wales, and not just south, but southwest, southeast. But we do kind of go over the bridge because we're in Newport, guys. So it's not too far for us to go over the bridge. But we've been as far as Weston-super-Mare. We've got upcoming bookings in Gloucester. We've got one very close to Birmingham, haven't we? Or is it in Birmingham?
Just on the outskirts of Birmingham.
So
Somerset, we've got some.
Somerset was the one in Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, we've got one in Cornwall.
Yeah.
So
we're kind of broad. It's still sort of southern, but it's getting longer and longer.
Expanding. So what we've said is we were just going to do South Wales and Bristol, but Bristol's a big area. It's classed as a big area. So by the time you do Bristol and you're like down here, you might as well do Somerset. We
got the one in Bath as well.
Yeah, so and we've gone to like West Wales. So what we say is in our pricing is within a certain journey distance. But we do it from our house in Newport, not in Blaenavon, because Blaenavon is like 30 minutes down before you can go. So we do it from there, and we normally say within an hour driving is included. Anything above, we may need to charge a delivery charge.
But we'll always try and keep those charges as low as
Yeah.
possible, always. But that was a really good question. Who was that? That was from Louise. Louise Carson Rowlands. Thank you so much for that questions. Okay, I'm going to pick one from Rian Davis. And Rian asks, do you do a show and display so we can see our decorations before the big day?
So we do have our shop premises in Blaenavon. We are aware that it is a bit out of the way for some. We are in the process of looking for one near like a town, but not
Newport.
in a town, because of the costs. For us to keep our costs down, we need the premises to be cheap.
Yeah.
So
Basically.
we are looking at a bigger premises as well for the amount of stuff we've got. But I want to...
It's going to take time.
Yeah, we're looking... We don't want to just rush into it and then in 6 months have to move again. So we're looking, and hopefully in the next few months, we would have a potential bigger premises, a bit closer to like a motorway, so people can literally come from all destinations.
I would probably say like after August, the summer, and the kids are back in school after the summer holidays. Realistically, because we from end of this month to August is insanely busy, so I highly doubt we'll be getting a new premises in that time frame. I very, very highly doubt it. Have you seen the calendar? We've got over 50 bookings, guys, just for this year, and most of them are in that time period. So yeah.
But yeah, we do have things on display here. We now are starting to rotate them. Because of like we want things on display so people can come in and have a look. We are having new things delivered. We've had a big delivery of new stuff yesterday. Well, this last week, which we've brought up to the shop. We've got another lot coming shortly of the other bits of it. So we like to try and move the shop around to add these extra bits in. Just to showcase them off, and then we can take nicer photos for you guys. If you can't make it up, we can then do like a video of the item itself and extra bits.
There we are. Right, your turn. You pick someone.
So, Caitlin, what is your next investment to the business? Apart from a van.
Oh, well, yes, apart from we need like a bigger van, but yeah, apart from that, it's going to be the photo booth, isn't it?
Yes.
Photo booth. We're getting like a little mini photo booth thing and using something like the baby breath as a bit of a backdrop. We used this in my sister's wedding last year and it worked out perfectly. It made everybody look stunning with the white background. Oh, it was perfect. So yes, that's the next investment now for the photo booth.
Yes, freestanding photo booth we're looking for, and potentially, if we can, get like a booth one. So you've got the two options then. To cater for everyone, but have that as a net option as well for them.
Definitely, because everyone's different, aren't they? It's like we had the freestanding one with Ultra Booth, who were amazing, by the way.
Yes.
And then I think 2 days after our wedding, it was our lovely friend Mel's 40th birthday, and she had the enclosed one.
Yeah.
So everybody's different, but they're all fun. Every single one of them are fun, and it's always good to have two different things, because if one's
Gives
hired
people
out,
options
you got
and
another
choices
one. Yeah, exactly. So that was from Caitlin Lee, our beautiful Caitlin.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Karen. What was your worst moment so far?
I would say when we started the business, in the sense of not just when we started the business, full stop. When we started the business, it was the step into it of the confidence, is what we're doing right. Same as anything, new venture or anything you start. For me, that was the worst of the doubt that you put on yourself.
And getting some validation that what you're doing is good.
Because like when we started, I invested a lot into this business because we both wanted it. So I was like, right, okay, if we're doing it, we're doing it. For me, it's now or never. If I like something, it's now or never. So it was, as you said, the validation of what you're doing is actually worth it, which I think for the 8 months that we've been going to create what we've created,
is humongous in here. Well, actually, we'll go on a little tour at the end of the video, guys, and show you a couple of things that we've got here. But I totally get you. It's just really finding that validation of... but the thing is, what I always say, what's really important, if you're going to go into business in anything, believe in the product. Would you buy that product yourself? I know that's really cliche because you hear that everywhere, but it's true. It really, really is true. If you love what you do and you love the product, then you're onto a winner. And I think, Karen's question that, because it's not all plain sailing business, it really, really isn't. But I think mine's a bit more comedic, actually, to what Karen's question. What was your worst moment so far? Picking up some wedding hire stuff very early on a Sunday morning in the thunderstorm. Rain,
6 o'clock morning, that one.
Freezing. Yeah, that was not a good morning. No. That's probably, I remember saying to you, I was like, babe, I love what I do, but this right now is yet. But I used to be a postman, so I've worked outdoors and all sorts of weather. So I think I was just getting a bit PTSD from my Royal Mail days. Okay, then on to the next question.
I'll ask this one from Zoe again. I think this is a really good question.
Okay.
What's it like working together?
Well,
I'll let you answer this.
Okay, cool. Well, this one is my best friend. We do everything together anyway. However, working together in a business, I had concerns. I did have concerns living together, socializing together, and now working together. I did initially have some concerns. However, it works. It might not work for every couple, but it does work for us. But we do have that kind of time apart where you come to the shop during the week without me. I'm at home doing my stuff and so forth, and doing social media work for Enchanting Heart. So we do kind of have that breakup as well, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, it works really, really well. He's got different ideas to me. He sometimes drives me insane, but I sometimes drive Peter insane. It works both ways. How about you?
No, I 100% agree. Like, for me, because like you've got your own things you do as well, I try and take a bit of a lead in this side, but I try not to make any major decisions without telling him. It may not happen. It may be, oh, babe, I've sort of like ordered 700 new things. And then he goes...
And he ain't lying about that.
And he goes, fine. Because like the stuff that, as you've seen, like with what we're posting and what we're looking at and what we're finding, is we'll try and do a bit of gauging interest first. Just to see like if there is any interest in it before we invest like thousands that these things cost, because we don't want an item that, I know it sounds strange, we don't want an item that it just sits there, because it's wasted then. If no one's interested in it, we don't want it, because...
But trends also change, don't they, in this business? So you've always got to try and be one step ahead in the trends in the wedding industry, don't you think?
100%. But no, I think because you do your bits, I come up here and I potter around, I talk to customers, I do that more of the admin aspect. It works well because even though we are doing it together, we're doing it separately at the same time. But I'll still go back and go, right, we've got this lady coming in for this booking, for this, and then you'll go, oh, have you mentioned we're getting this in? And I'm like, forgot. Or when you're in the shop as well, like today, and we had the client in, like we can, I forget things which you'll then go, actually, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So it works really well. But then we are having that time apart, so it is a lot nicer as well in that sense. We're not constantly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
But we both enjoy being busy bees, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to like not be busy, and just because we get bored quite easily, don't we? We've both got ADHD, undiagnosed, by the way.
Obviously, look at
yeah. Okay, have we got any more? It's a good one from Caitlin. Caitlin Liam. How do you manage business/social life effectively? I think that'll be a good question to answer on the back of the previous question.
What's a social life?
Exactly. No, honestly, business, you are working pretty much 24/7. You can try and take a bit of a break, like when you're going in the bath, but even then, he's replying to messages in between watching this TV show in the bath. But no, I suppose in every aspect, whether if you're in a job working for like a company like Tesco's or you're working for Admiral or whatever, you've got to try and balance the work life and your social life. And places will have their busy periods at certain times of the year, and then other times you won't be so busy. Like for us recently, December and January was quiet for us. Very, very quiet. So we were, but now coming up, we got some very, very busy periods. So by the end of September, we'll be crying. I'm joking. It's just really balancing and booking well in advance. So if anybody wants to go out for dinner with me and Pete, or wants us to go partying or go to a theme park or anything,
please book us in advance.
Book us in advance, yeah. Is what people need to do now.
I'm the world's worst. Like, we've had discussions before, haven't we, where I would be constantly replying, or like while I'm having dinner, I'm like just messaging as well, and like I'm like, no, I need some peace time. So when we go out for walks, or
take the doggies for a walk,
take the dogs for the walk, or go out with the neighbours or something, I try and turn my phone on silent. But I know that, and everyone knows me by now that messages me, I will always reply to you. Even it may not be straight away, it may not be in like 10 minutes, it may be in like an hour, but I will always try and reply to people. Even if it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, we're up till 12. I try not to do much from 10 onwards. But if it's just like a quick message going, hi, I'm just double checking the date, availability, I'll go, yeah, we're available that date.
10 o'clock onwards, we're normally like this. We're like, I need my bed.
Like, if it's a nice quick message like that, I'll say that. If it's like 11 o'clock and they go, I'm looking at this, on this day at this thing, I'm like, I'll come back to you in the morning.
We actually do get that a lot. We get a lot of people. The thing is, though, brides-to-be, they've got children, they've got work, and sometimes the only time that they have is at that time of night. So, but you will always reply and be like, that's fantastic, I can do this, but I'll get back to you in the morning.
I'll double check when I get to the shop. If I'm like going, if it's like the day before and they go, is this day available? And I know my diaries are here, I'll go, right, as soon as I get in the shop, before I even open up or start opening up, I'll check the diary for you, I'll get back to you straight away. Is always that correspondence of, right, I'm not going to do it now, but I will come back to you for this. And then I always mark it as unread, so I know to go back.
So we've pretty much answered all of the Facebook questions. Karen did send a few, but we've already answered them. But I do have a question that I would like to ask as a whole for me and you.
Okay.
Is, who's your biggest fans? Who's your biggest cheerleaders for this business?
So I would say, obviously, the biggest one that I've got is you. Because I come to you with some weird and wacky suggestions, requests, ideas, and you literally go, you're being an idiot. Or, actually, no, that works. Or, actually, no, that will not work. But if you change this bit... So, because I'm very... that...
Yeah, you don't stop, in other words.
You bring me back to ground and you go, right, settle down.
He's made himself ill a lot because he just doesn't know when to switch off.
So for me, you're the biggest supporter because you support me in every decision making. It may not be the right decision, but I'll throw that idea at you, and then you'll help me bring it to a normality instead of a extreme. But then we've got like our friends and our...
I was about to say, all of our clients and clientele are definitely some of our biggest supporters. Especially, the family like Ree and Fran, my lovely stepmom and my dad, all the siblings. But I think somebody who I've got to mention personally by name, actually there's two. I'm going to mention one, you can mention the other, because I think probably thinking of the same person. So I'm going to mention Karen Cooper. She is literally our biggest cheerleader. She has supported us from day one, and she's literally our second mum. And there is another person who lives just down the road.
So going off on the Karen one first, I just want to say that Karen has been my sounding board. So if I have any wobbles or anything where Craig is busy doing his stuff or
having a breakdown
in the corner because I've given him 10 ideas, Karen's the soundboard that I go to and vent, or if I've got an idea which I need like someone else's opinion on, I go to her first. And then
she has amazing ideas, Karen.
because she'll go, right, not that, but something like that, like this. And since day one, like the support that you've given us has been phenomenal. It's meant more to us than the business itself, I would say, because without the business, without you and what you've helped us get, wouldn't be where we are at now with the business. So, Karen is one of our biggest supporter. And the one that's around the corner from us, the lovely Terry Ann, she's one of our upcoming brides, but she came to our open day. We talk every day. She throws ideas at me. I throw ideas back at her. I'm throwing ideas at her for the business. But no, she literally has come into our lives and become a bit like a family member in the sense of when she comes in, it's natural. It's the friendship.
Feels like we've known her for years, doesn't it?
So we try and build a nice relationship with everyone, because at the end of it, we want to see your photos. We want to see you happy. We want to see those embarrassing dance moves that you may be pulling on the floor.
That's me.
But we do have a nice number of people now that are either brides or grooms or friends that have become really close to us now, and support us in what we do, and the morale that we have, and what the company stands for. So
we've met some lovely people, not just clients, but other wedding businesses. We've made friends with some incredible, beautiful people, that we've met through wedding fairs and so forth. So it's been very rewarding and very lovely, but it wouldn't be unless, for you guys, and every one of you that are watching today's video. So yes, well, I think we're coming up to the end of the Q&A now. So shall we do a very, very quick tour of the shop as it is now? And then we will let everybody crack on with the rest of their day or evening or go to bed, depending on what time it is right now.
Yes. Yeah. But if there is any extra questions you want answered, if there's any questions that we've answered now but you want elaborated a bit more, drop them in the comments. And we want to do like a question and answers section, because the more you ask us, the more we reply, the more you get to know us. The more you get to know the business, what we're doing, what's in the pipelines. So we're trying to do like monthly or something like that, aren't we, for it? Just by any question, drop them in the comments.
Exactly. Okay then. Well, I think it's time for that little tour. Okay. Hey then, hey Petey, where's he gone? There he is, right then. Let's turn this camera around, shall we? Hey, so let's just show you some of the things that we do. We had these beautiful pink flowers come in today along with some of the centerpieces, and I love these as well, Pete. These things that you got recently.
Yes,
they are absolutely
our newest stands.
Absolutely beautiful. We've got our hanging chandeliers, which is very, very popular as well. We've got our pastel pillars that have recently arrived. They're not currently on the right stands, but they're on the display stands at the moment, alongside a little bit of baby breath, which we've also got the runner for just here as well, the baby breath stuff. There's Pete. We've got our famous green and white pillars, which is what started us off in this business. Ignore the ring light. And we've got the baby breath wall as well,
which we were just sat in front.
And it's huge. It is huge. It's taller than me, and it is beautiful. We have another. Oh, I'm gonna bring you to. Let me just turn this to wide angle. There we are. Look at that, guys. The Cariad light. Oh my word, I love it. I love the rustic look. Absolutely amazing. We got love lights. They do all light up. It's just they're unplugged because I needed to use that for the ring light. If I walk you around this way, we've also got our sweet cart, which we hire out with or without the sweeties. We also have one of those lovely little Ferrero Rocher stands that we had at our wedding, and a donut wall. We've also got a lovely little wishing well that was made by Blackmore. Blackmore backdrops.
Blackmore backdrops.
This is all of our waistcoats. We got some storage up there as well. Oh, we got these martini glasses, so you can use them as table centers and stick flowers in them. They're quite cool. These are our little flower lights. Really, really nice they are. We've got our dresses. And behind here, this is our trousers in different colours. It just goes on and on, babes. We've got so much now, and you should be. We are really, really proud. But I always say to Pete, I'm really proud of you. So this is just one room, so we're going to keep going now. Going to keep going. Ignore all the ring lights and the filming equipment, because in here, this is one of the baby breath centerpieces, and then we've got our incredible angel wings. Absolutely incredible. Perfect for like the memory. Got some baby breath. Oh, look at these. These are adorable. Look at them. So cute. Nice little wedding dress. And we've also got a few gifts and things, and yeah, we do gifts as well, guys, not just weddings. Oh, look at these are the lovely soap flowers. Got them in different colours. I love the blue, obviously, it's my favourite colour. And we've got little I was going to say chandeliers then, tiaras and hats and shoes. We've got some lovely crystal candles, some more of those bouquets. If you're into your dragons and things, we've often got little dragon ornaments.
Little knickknacks.
Yeah, little knickknacks. That's the one. We've also got suit jackets in different colours, different sizes. We've got some wedding dresses as well that have been donated. And we have some lovely jewellery. Oh, some bath bombs. Halloween bath bombs. And again, more knickknacks. This here is our little desk. And then come through here, we have dresses, like your prom dresses and your guest dresses and so forth. Our lovely little sign. We've also got a little board here where we help advertise other small businesses in the area and also the wedding industry. And then, hi PT. And then I come through here. This is the door, which is currently closed because we are now closed for the day. And we've just got some nice little pretty flower things. And our little welcome to Enchanting Heart, which I think can come down a little bit.
That was before.
It was before we put this up, so just needs to come down, which is fine.
This will be all around here as well.
All over there to make it look more zoom.
Just to give you a better feel and make it a bit more unique.
Exactly.
Experience.
Exactly. Well, I think that is it, guys. I think that is the tour of the shop. Once again, if you have any questions, or hang on, before I let you go, I didn't show you these. Some of our other table centres that we've got. I love the floating candle ones, they're beautiful. I love these ones as well. I've told Peter I want those at home. And we've got some of these as well. Just stunning. Absolutely stunning. So yes, guys, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Say bye-bye, Pete.
Goodbye.
And thank you for watching. And we will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.